Good afternoon, everyone. Welcome to closing comments here for April 13th. Let's jump right into our charts and see what kicked off the new week. First on the board today, we got our June live cattle. Pretty quiet day here in this live cattle market as prices hung out inside Friday's range. Price balancing out between 248 and 250 here. Just kind of hanging steady while that feeder market's trying to play catch up. We did see a little bit more strength in the feeders compared to this live cattle market today, but the fact that this thing is just hanging out up here near these all-time highs is just showing that this market is very accepting of these higher prices. We should see these bulls keep on pushing higher. We got between Friday and today's sessions, we've got some equal highs up here right below 250. If we get some early bids above that prior week's high, as we go into tomorrow's session, that should get a nice pop up there into the 250s and get this live cattle market taking another leg higher after about a 3-4 day balance period here. We should see this thing take another jump and keep pushing these cattle prices higher. Look for the upside to continue here throughout the rest of the week. Any offers below today's low at 248.20 though could kind of just get us to pull back here towards 245 to 246. Pick up some of these leftover buyers from last week's value area and keep this market moving higher. So not expecting any major reversals here. We are a little bit extended at the moment, but the bulls are staying strong, and we should see these prices continue to climb here throughout the rest of the week. Next up, we got our May feeders. A little bit more strength in this feeder market today as it does try and play catch up. We had a little bit stronger finish in that June live cattle contract compared to these feeders last week, and so these May feeders are just trying to play catch up here today. Getting a nice push higher. Not a major big range day by any means, but getting that gap closed from this October breakdown and getting that close above that prior week's high at 373.10 opens the door to a nice little breakout here in the week ahead. We should see a pretty quick markup here to these all-time highs as we go into tomorrow's session. Any sort of bids above 373, our closing price here, should just keep this market grinding up towards these all-time highs, and from there we're in uncharted territory. Bulls are going to have their sights set on $4 up here. Feeder market's going to start heading that direction with continued bullish momentum tomorrow morning. Look for the upside to continue in both feeder and live cattle markets. Next up, we got our May corn futures on the board. Pretty quiet and an uneventful day here as we just pretty much repeated Friday's action. Prices opening up on the Sunday night futures open above 445 before selling back here and finishing the day basically unchanged at 441. Like we've discussed, this has been a pretty directionless market, and we don't really expect to see this corn market go anywhere. We should see prices hang pretty steady here around this $4.50 mark. So look for some more choppy, directionless action to continue in this corn market. Next up, we got crude oil on the board. Last night we did have some news from the weekend that got the markets a little bit excited. We saw some gap downs on the Sunday night opens in the indexes, while oil did make a nice little jump. Prices opening up there above $100 before briefly rallying up to 105. However, most of that upside was contained to the Sunday night open, and the day session today did push this market back down here, sub 100 back towards that 20-day moving average. Prices finishing back down here inside Friday's range. Seeing that that news couldn't get this market to follow through to the upside doesn't seem like it's really anything to be concerned about, and we should see these crude oil prices continue to chop up here, digest all this recent volatility, and kind of settle back down here into the $90 range. Look for a little bit more downside. If we do get some offers below 95.25 tomorrow, we should see this thing flush back toward the $90 and maybe dip down here towards that 50-day average as well. Look for either some more just kind of choppy action here in this crude market. Be aware of there could still be some volatility caused by some news out there. But pretty poor reaction here today says that this market isn't concerned about what's going on over in Iran, and which means this thing's probably pretty close to wrapping up. So look for crude prices to continue slipping back into the 80s and 90s, and just seeing this thing continue to digest all this recent volatility. Next up, we got our S&P on the board. Index futures seeing a nice gap down on the Sunday open. We did see this market opening up down there below 6,800. But as anticipated, we saw good support inside Wednesday's range. This Wednesday's candle here is the follow-through day, showing good buyer support here today as the bulls bought it back up off of that gap down in the Sunday night futures open. Good reaction during the day session here as well as we rallied back above 6,900, finishing on those highs. Looking like this market and this rally attempt is good to go. We should see more upside here as this S&P index got its sight set on 7,000 and potentially all-time highs. So keep putting money back to work. This market's looking good and healthy here. And the fact that we shook off that news from the weekend and had a good recovery like this is a very good sign for the stock market. We should see things continue to rally here throughout the week ahead. The Nasdaq also rallying back up here through the midpoint of this range, seeing good recovery. Dow also seeing a good recovery here, but just finishing inside Friday's range. We should see these other indexes catch up to the S&P and continue rallying here as well. Keep putting money back to work, and we should see some good upside here across the stock market here throughout the next couple weeks. Thank you, everyone, for tuning in today. We'll catch you guys tomorrow night.